The Sea Beast.
The Sea Beast is a...
Shut up, bitch. Dang.
You know this is a kid's movie, right?
Jesus. Don't you put that in. By the way, you know what I noticed? The person who did the voice of Maisie.
Maisie?
Maisie? Wow. Maisie. She was the black girl in Morbius.
She don't remember no black people in Morbius.
Damn, see? the black girl that they showed one time that had the same disease as Morbius did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is her. That was her. And Jared Harris was the captain. He was the guy that got killed in Morbius.
Morbius reunion.
There was a time when sea beasts would ravage our shores, and no ship was safe on the sea.
The Sea Beast was directed by Christopher Williams. This was the same director of Moana and Big Hero 6. And it shows.
It does.
It shows a lot. The animation is on point. The writing is on point. The inclusion is on point in this film.
There's lots of inclusion, but no one says anything about it, right? It's just like, this person's black. Yeah, like, that's it.
Yeah,
You're like, okay.
It's just there.
Yeah. Well, the inclusion is interesting because, if the movie's about pirates and the pirate ship, and a little girl stows away on a pirate ship while they go to kill some sea beasts. But the inclusion is interesting because apparently pirates are pretty diverse. Apparently back in the day, although it's not clear what year this takes place in no year in a fantastic world, but back when the Pirates of the Caribbean days and all that stuff, the pirates were pretty diverse. It's mostly like freed slaves or escaped slaves and Latinos and poor whites, and there's just a lot of different people.
I like the film a lot, and I actually feel like this is the movie that should be in the theaters more than Minions. Okay, but Minions got backing. Minions got a reputation with the Despicable Me stuff, so of course they're gonna put that in the film.
And Minions made a shit ton of money, so
it did.
It made a lot of money, and people were like dressed up in like suits and ties to go watch the Minions. Did you see that?
Get out of here!
Yeah,
Really?
it became like a thing.
It stars Carl Urban. I love Carl Urban, man. It starts off with him being on a shipwreck when he was a kid, and then he grows up and he's on this other ship. And throughout the film, there's these stories that's told about him, told about other hunters in the sea that's protecting the town. And it's in this book, and this little kid, what's her name?
Maisie.
She just loves these stories of being a hunter, so she wants to be a hunter. And then the adventure ensues from there about hunting beasts. What I can say about this film, there was minimal comedy, and it was all about the drama of being out there on the sea.
That's interesting. I thought there was a good amount of comedy. Maybe the reason why you thought there wasn't that much comedy is because the movie didn't like stop to like tell a joke or have a punchline or something like Thor did. Like when you mentioned when Thor did that handshake thing, the whole movie just stopped dead for Thor to do this like handshake routine. Yeah,
I'm like,
exactly.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
it really did stop dead. But I guess they did have the comedy, like with when she had her little pet, or when they got on that island blue. Now, let me tell you like the creepy part in this film. When they took down the ship and they're in the ocean and the sea beast is just looking at them in the water and disappears.
And it goes back.
I was like, oh!
That's terrible, yeah.
I was like, that is the reason why human beings are not supposed to be in the ocean.
Like,
okay,
there are big things down there with eyes and teeth.
It was in the dark. I mean, it's already bad enough like in the daytime, but in the dark.
Let's just make a list of all the things Tyrone is afraid of. He's afraid of flying. He's afraid of the ocean. He's afraid of so much shit.
All good points now. These are all good points. Okay, y'all out there, y'all can't say that I'm wrong on any of these things. I can probably say I'm wrong on the flying because there's mechanics and stuff like that. But if you are ass naked in the water, don't know why you be ass naked.
This is a children's movie, sir.
But you in the water and you kicking your feet. You don't know what's down there. Nah, bro. That sea beast, when I did that in the movie, I was like, nope.
It's funny. But see, that's what you're supposed to feel in that scene, right? You're supposed to be like, oh shit, don't be fucking with them beasts, you know? That's what you're supposed to feel. But as the movie progresses and we learn more about the beasts, you realize that, oh, maybe they're not so bad. Maybe this, that, and the other. Or even with that scene you're talking about, that sea beast had him dead to rights. He could have killed him. But instead of biting him, he was like, you know, he went back. And while that's scary, we realize that the beasts, it turns out, are not particularly violent. They're just like defending themselves. And the whole movie is like, where did these myths come from? Where do these myths about the people on the boat, these myths about the sea beasts themselves, where did this come from? And is this true?
White people. I mean, I'm not wrong here.
Jesus. White.
Let me be more politically correct.
No, don't. Don't.
Rich, royal.
Funny. I thought you were having a stroke at first.
No.
You're like, white people. That's really funny. But yeah, it is revealed later in the film that all these myths and stuff like that, half of them true, half of them not true, some of them exaggerations, some of them complete fabrications, were made up by, the rich people who were white. in the movie, and the rich people in the movie, they made these stories up in order to keep their power, right? They wanted to give the people a reason why they had to stay, you know? So it was like, oh, okay, that's kind of clever. And of course, that totally happens today, you know? And, you know, now this is controversial. I don't even know I'm gonna put this in the fucking video. But,
Tell me.
But this is controversial. But I felt like the movie might have been like talking about like the Bible. I'm like, are these stories? These stories
I see where you're at.
used to like keep people like complacent? And some of them are true, some of them were. I'm like, and I was watching it. I'm like, am I thinking about like a religious text? Like, I'm like, whoa, that thought surprised me.
That is very, man, that's so observant of you. Because when you're looking at like when she started to put the pieces together, but this girl is not dumb. No. She is extremely smart. Nice little meddling little girl. And I love that the little kids can see representation on the screen. When she started putting that stuff together, she's like, wait a minute. This thing grabbed my shoe just to look at me. And check me out and was copying what I was doing. If this was a very vicious monster or monsters like it was very vicious, then that I would have got eaten. So where are these stories truly coming from? And why are they here?
Exactly. And then why was I so like in love with these stories? I'm pretty, she pretty much made her whole identity out of these stories. Same with pretty much everyone on that boat. You know what I mean? Oh, they seem to insinuate that perhaps there's a one-legged woman who's also on the boat. She seemed to insinuate that she knew that this was bull, but she had nothing. This was just her career path. She was like, I got no other prospects. This is how I'm living my life, and she just kind of accepted it. And I thought that was interesting too. So I was kind of surprised that I was contemplating like the Bible and like the morality of it, and I'm like, oh, like this is a kids movie, and it's really got me thinking here. So I love that.
If a kids movie or any movie can get you thinking about stuff, that is good writing, people.
And like we always say, there's no reason to make your kids movies dumb. They don't need to be stupid, right? People,
they understand this.
Yeah, kids will enjoy it, and so will the adults. So I like that the movie didn't insult me. The whole movie wasn't a bunch of like fart and verb jokes or something. It really had something to say, had something on its mind, and the cherry on top, it looked really cool. It was a very pretty movie.
Oh man, when it comes on and it has all that the water, it
looked photorealistic.
Yeah,
the first shot you're
immaculate.
like, is this live action? No, this is animated. You know,
off camera, Devin told me that this reminds him of a episode of Love, Death, and Robots on season 3 called Bad Traveling. It was not for the faint of heart.
No.
Okay.
In Bad Traveling, there is a sea beast, but instead of it just kind of coming out and be like, "Rawr," this thing comes up and just starts wrecking shop, you know, tearing people apart, eating them, like blood coming out, gore. I was like, oh my god! It was like, and it was because the sea beast and that I thought was interesting. And then instead of it looking like a whale or eel or something, like a crab, like a gigantic crab, and it's like, yo, that's disgusting and terrifying.
Makes me never want to eat a crab ever again.
Yeah,
I never really ate crab, period. But crab, lobster, any of those things that basically, what did they say that crabs and lobsters, anything that's like creepy crawly in the ocean are like the bugs of the sea.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Yeah, it's like an ocean roach. You know,
they share the same type of biological makeup of what insects are on land. So
they look like it. Yeah, and Bad Traveling, they were shooting at it, they were throwing axes at it, and it was just like bouncing off, bing, bing, bing. And I know this isn't like the Bad Traveling episode, but I thought it was so creepy when he goes down goes down below because the crab went down below deck to hide, and the main character goes down below deck to see if he could find the crab. And the crab like emerges from the shadows. I'm like, oh, disgusting. And it's holding up half a dead body. And it's like speaking through. It's a corpse. He's like,
you know what that reminds me of?
Meat. Independence Day.
You know there. Yes. You got it.
I know. I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Die. That's right. It's like, what do you want from us? Yes, it was just like that, man. And it was kind of, when you say I emerged from the darkness, it was kind of like the same thing, but in reverse for the what I just said about the sea beast, where you got into dark. Either way, both are creepy. Okay,
super creepy. Yeah.
Because you feel
in Love, Death, and Robots, those sea beasts were bad. Like, they gotta go.
Oh yeah, they gotta go. they had to go, and I understood that character was like, I'm not gonna take you to the land where there's more people, and I'm gonna destroy you here.
That's right. And the crab had some babies, and so it's like, can you imagine if it was like hundreds of those crabs? It would just devastate that island, Faden Island. So yeah, he was very crafty, and he tricked the crab, and I just thought it was a great episode.
Not only did he trick the crab, he tricked the crew.
Yeah, he sure did. He tricked everybody.
The crew. The crew was stupid. And I'm like, yo, this dude is like John Wick.
Sure.
This dude is like John Wick. This sea beast was a gentle giant, and they used, the aggression of the gentle giant to prove a point. And prove the point is not all stories come from what you think that they are. So
some stories are just stories, and they're fake. And sometimes you got to ask yourself, where am I hearing this from? Check your sources. You know what I mean? Because the story that she was reading by these evil sea beasts, it was really like, Fox News. They're like trying to spread lies.
I'm just gonna be real about it.
Spreading lies and trying to keep the people in power.
Let's get into the rating of the sea beast. Animation was on point. Writing was on point. Inclusion of different ethnic people were awesome. I enjoyed this very much so. I'm gonna have to give it just a B+.
B+. Yep. I like this quite a bit. I'm going to give it a B+ as well. I liked, like you said, the inclusion, and I liked that it was unnotable. You know what I mean? Like her being black meant nothing. Her being a girl meant nothing. It just was, you know, and it made the movie just visually look more interesting instead of having everyone be clones of one another. So I like that a lot. I like the Beast. And what's interesting, I fully expected the Sea Beast to speak. And and that tells you a lot about, you know, kind of like how you learn more about the Beast and how he seems friendly, and like I thought he'd start speaking English or something, you know, but no, he didn't. He really was just like a beast.
This ain't no Pixar film. This isn't no DreamWorks film. This isn't a Sony animation. This is straight from the studios of Netflix, and Jesus.
Yeah, it's really good. I liked it a lot.
I gave this film a B+. Devin gave this film a B+. We do recommend you get on Netflix, turn on the tube or the flat screen, whatever you want to call it, and watch.
How old are
the
you?
Sea Beast. Yeah, very old. Thank you for clicking on this video, you know, to see our handsome face. Sis. You know,
sis, yes.
Sis. All done up and everything for you. And you know how you're going to repay us back? Hit that subscribe button.
What's happening?
Because I said how you can repay us back for looking good.
It's like now, it's like you're welcome. So now you owe me.
You owe me. You owe me a subscribe and a like right down there.
That's right.
But hey, if you did like this video, hit that thumbs up. It really does help out the channel. Or you can hit that thumbs down. Whatever it is your opinion. Just remember one thing: it's mostly wrong. See you guys in another awesome video. Peace. You gotta repay us back.
It's like, now that your day is better.